The Three Little Italian Pigs. "Mamma mia! Giulio, Giuseppe, Giovanni, this house looks like a pigsty," shouted Mamma Maria. "I cook for you, I clean for you, I do everything for you messy little pigs. It's time you did something for me. Move out. But before you do, you all need to listen carefully about something I'm about to tell you. Something that happened many years ago, something that may one day happen again. Many years ago, a small town called Pancetta was home to the world's happiest and healthiest Italian pigs. The town of Pancetta looked so fresh, colourful and crunchy. That's because their houses were made from delicious foods like juicy purple grapes, green Mediterranean olives, fresh Italian parsley and ripe red tomatoes. The pigs built their houses out of foods that would attract beautiful little creatures like chirping birds, colourful butterflies and leaping frogs. The pigs loved to play with these creatures. This town was full of happiness and laughter until one day it was discovered by the big bad wolf. The big bad wolf drooled at the sight of these mouth-watering pig houses. He had never seen a house more delicious. The big bad wolf would return to the town of Pancetta night after night to eat the little pigs' houses until all the houses were eventually gone, all but one. Papa's house. Papa's house was made out of fresh, red, hot chilies. Papa's house was way too hot for the big bad wolf. So that morning, Papa woke up his three little Italian pigs, Marco, Matteo, and Maria, and asked them to meet him outside because he had something really important to tell everyone. When all the pigs in the town of Pancetta gathered around Papa's chili house, he then yelled out, "We will not let the big bad wolf take away our happiness. We will build this town up again and make it even more delicious than before. We will all make our houses out of chili." "But Papa," said Maria, the youngest of the three little pigs, "if we all build our houses out of chili, then everything will be red." "And hot," mumbled Marco under his breath. "You're right, Maria, but at least we'll be safe," cried Papa. "There has got to be another way round this," said Maria. That afternoon, Papa's three little pigs decided to build their house out of something that was still delicious enough to attract the beautiful little creatures, but something the big bad wolf will not want to eat. Marco and Matteo were a little bit stubborn and didn't like to take good advice from their papa. They both decided to come up with their own ideas, which even they weren't quite sure about. So off they went and started building their houses. Marco, the oldest of the three little pigs, decided to build a pizza house loaded with anchovies. "No one likes anchovies, right?" said Marco.
Daddy does.
Still unsure if the anchovies would stop the wolf from eating his house, he went ahead with it anyway, singing, "Pizza house, keep the wolf away. Surely the anchovies will keep the wolf at bay." Matteo, the piggy in the middle, decided to build a garlic house. "Just the smell of garlic will be enough to keep the wolf away from my house, won't it?" said Matteo. Still unsure if the garlic would stop the wolf from eating his house, he went ahead with it anyway, singing, garlic house, keep the wolf away. Surely the pungent smell will keep the wolf at bay." Then there was Maria, the youngest and, in my opinion, the smartest of the three little pigs. Maria thought long and hard about what her papa told her about the chili. So she took her papa's idea and made it her own. Maria decided to make a spaghetti house. She was absolutely sure that the spaghetti house would not be eaten by the big bad wolf. She had a plan. Spaghetti house, keep the wolf away. Once you taste my special sauce, you definitely will not stay. Later that night, while the rest of the town was asleep, Marco, Matteo and Maria stayed awake to see if their plan worked. They prayed that the big bad wolf would walk straight past their house. Suddenly, Matteo heard a crackle outside of his pizza house. He heard the big bad wolf say, Italian pig, your house looks good enough to eat. Then Marco replied, Leave my house alone, bad wolf. Go find another treat. The big bad wolf had a little sniff, then a little nibble, and said, Yum, I love anchovies on pizza. So he huffed and he puffed and he gobbled the house down. And just like that, Marco's house was gone. Marco ran to Matteo's house, hoping he'd be safe there. Suddenly, Matteo, the piggy in the middle, hears a crackle outside of his garlic house. He heard the big bad wolf say, Italian pig, your house looks good enough to eat. Then Matteo replied, Leave my house alone, bad wolf, go find another treat. The big bad wolf had a little sniff and a little nibble and said, Yum, I love garlic. So he huffed and he puffed and he gobbled the house down. And just like that, Matteo's house was gone. Marco and Matteo ran to Maria's house, knowing they'd be safe there. Suddenly, Maria hears a crackle outside of her spaghetti house. Then she heard the big bad wolf say, Italian pig, your house looks good enough to eat. Then Maria replied, I know it does, bad wolf. Your house looks good enough to... I know it does, bad wolf. Why don't you take a seat? I have made a special sauce which will leave you wanting more, so stay a while, bad wolf. Just wait outside the door. The big bad wolf sat patiently waiting for his dinner. His mouth was salivating just thinking about what he was about to eat. Then finally the special sauce oozed out of the chimney, dripping over every inch of the spaghetti. Bon appetit, shouted Maria from her macaroni window. The three little Italian pigs waited in anticipation to see if Maria's plan would work. The wolf seemed to be enjoying the spaghetti until his lips started to swell up like a plump tomato. Sweat started dripping down his face. His tongue flopped out of his mouth, thirsty for water, while steam exploded out of his ears and fire out of his mouth. Then the wolf ran off screaming, "Ah!" And just like that, the big bad wolf was gone, never to return. Mamma Maria, were you the little girl in the story? Yes. Giulio, that was me. Maybe I put a little too much chili in my special sauce, says Maria with a little chuckle. So your nonno had the right idea. I just spiced things up a little. Okay, maybe a lot. The end.
Yay, we did it.
Bye.